can't just keep talking about talking, talking about thinking, thinking about talking, and thinking about thinking, the whole Punnett square, which is my greatest issue with people in the spirituality philosophy community. Well, that was mostly philosophical. From the spiritual's perspective, it's really just limiting it at like manifesting a car or a Birkin bag. And I know that's kind of appealing more to a female audience and all, but like the point is, a lot of these things end up being shallow. I mean, we have great cosmic truths available to us. Not that there needs to be one puritanical way of approaching things. Like, I like the idea of having a nice car, a nice bag, a nice outfit, great food, a great home. Who doesn't want those things, right? But oftentimes, that's the cap of where things are in the spiritual realm, in the discussion around the philosophical realm. It just stays within logical left brain knowing. And when people really want to learn about non-dual Shiva Tantra in particular, I think it's great. But also, what are we doing with this information? Remember that the branch of science itself came from philosophy, a philosophy called natural philosophy. And nature and life is always available to us. I feel that the best form of embodiment, I kind of thought it was like in your state of being only, but it also shows within your creations. How you live your life will change. What you create and how you go about what you're creating will showcase that. Typically, that creation is something that is more of a creative art because you do have to meet your shadows, and it really is about like giving yourself permission to create this new reality. Like, we could go on forever talking about different layers of reality, but if we do nothing with it, what's the point of even bringing it up? And it's difficult because you don't want to stay basic in how you explain content and information, but it's the very basics that people are not putting into their environments. Can you imagine if instead of like exam tests, we had embodiment tests? Like, do people who know better actually do better and like see that in action? I almost wonder if just talking about things is where we stay because that's what makes you look cool, because you said a lot of these concepts that like sound super deep. And oftentimes that's the only way someone can witness our intelligence. People can only know it based off of our words. So that's how we choose to communicate our wisdom and knowledge, and it kind of just stays there. How can you want to restore order and harmony in the cosmos by everyone knowing about their highest selves if you're going to make a course on someone knowing about their highest selves? Like, that kind of thing is where I see an incongruency with the spaces online. It's important because conscious people being in power and earning money makes the world a better place. But the approach is still coming from matrix style thinking. I do want to bring the best to people. And also, I worry about what best is, what intelligent really is. And I have to remember that I myself am studying a whole different type of intelligence. So why am I still trying to appeal to the intelligence that only other people would accept? Someone brought it up to me as a difference between being a chameleon versus a shapeshifter. The purpose of these spiritualities and philosophies is to get you in dharma. Dharma is Sanskrit for duty slash purpose of your soul. When people think about living in purpose, they think of like one career. How's that possible? Dharma is more of a frequency. It's a state of consciousness. It's your highest self. And you can live and breathe that with every activity you do throughout the day. I think about jobs that are out there and companies that exist. I feel like they're created to solve problems that other companies created, or people create like apps and put them up on Shark Tank and call them whole companies. These days, a lot of things that come from creation, they're not necessarily innovative, they're not creative. There's nothing really to do anymore. There's nothing more we really need to create. Feel free to debate me on that if you feel like there's more things we could create. I actually think all that's really left to do is to heal and to be. Everything that's happening in the world that we see as a problem is a war on consciousness. It's a distortion of consciousness. They appear in different fields in reality, in different disciplines, different careers, different states of being. You weren't meant to be any one thing, and that's okay. And I understand spirituality and philosophy in practice can feel destabilizing, but what did you expect? If you want to do something that the world has never seen before, you need to be willing to go within yourself where no one's willing to go within themselves. It's in the trenches, it's in the darkness. It's vague. It's the void. It's shunya. And it's difficult. But from shunya, the other side is spurnam. Shunya is Sanskrit for like 0 point, void, nothingness. Purnam is infinity. They're both sides of the same coin. I'll end with a quote. Don't underestimate how much someone else is suffering due to your procrastination. Keep learning, but also start creating. Start revolutionizing. The world needs you.